Hey guys, Starry Cosmic here, back with another episode of Those Fake Gamers featuring me and my friend Brian from The
That's
Last of
me.
the Good Ones.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's you. You're here.
So
You
our,
want to start?
yeah,
Oh,
I got,
sorry.
I got it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so amped up. I'm ready. So, Maggie,
Mhm.
GameStop is closing over 150 stores.
150. I thought it was like over 200.
That's what I heard at first, but this is from USA Today. They're saying
Oh,
they're to close 150 stores, and their shares slid 12% on Friday after the reported that their sales were down. So they have about 7,500 stores open worldwide. So 150 isn't too bad. I'm concerned that it's possibly the beginning of the end of GameStop, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I don't know how I feel about that because maybe it's just weird, hard for me to wrap my head around that because I'm used to, like, in the area I live in,
Mm-hmm.
it's when things start closing down, we're one of the first places to get hit. Like when Hot
Right.
Topic started going down, they
Uh,
closed them down all immediately. That was it. No more Hot Topic.
yeah, that was a
Gone.
real disappointing moment for me, and my teenage angst were officially over, despite being in my 20s, and then all my T-shirts. That's where I would get most of them. So that was a sad day.
You got me a T-shirt from Hot Topic one time
Yeah,
for
yeah. One
Christmas.
time for Christmas, that was my go-to. They would be like two for 25 or something ridiculous. But yeah, they're gone, and I'm worried GameStop's gonna follow them. And I like GameStop. I know they get a lot of hate online.
Well, wait, is Hot Topic like completely gone, or are they just like did they just close down a ton of stores?
I think they just closed a bunch of stores and made their lettering really square instead of the way it was before.
Yeah, because they're still open online. So
Yeah,
yeah, like all of the ones in the area. Like I don't even think there's one in Boston.
that
I think
is
they shut down those ones down
that is
too. I don't know.
upsetting.
So upsetting. Um,
Anyways, back to GameStop.
yeah, but like, there's literally like, off the top of my head, I can think of three different GameStops
Mm,
within proximity of like within driving distance of me that's are very easily to get to. There used to be even more, but they closed due to I think only one really closed because it wasn't getting a ton of business, and the
mm,
other one only closed down recently because it was the place, the mall it was at was
mm.
closing. So they were forcing everyone out. They were like, "No, you gotta go. Bye. Get out."
Right, yeah. The first one you mentioned when I used to live in the same area was my go-to. So that was a really disappointing moment for me.
That was a
Obviously,
long
right
time
before it
ago, though.
happened was awesome because I get a ton of games for real cheap. But then,
Hmm.
it being gone was a sad moment.
Yeah, and I mean, I do think it's kind of necessary for GameStop to, close some stores at this point
Mm,
because, like, I don't know. Personally, I feel like they're just it's not like it's like, oh, we have one GameStop here and another GameStop here. They're freaking everywhere. Like
mm.
you can't
It was
I don't know if it's just a
7,500
Massachusetts thing.
worldwide
It's yeah, it's like the Dunkin' Donuts.
of video
Um
games.
yeah, basically.
I'd make
Which
Amazon, the Starbucks, maybe. There's
yeah,
something there. There's something there. It's not quite it, but maybe next week
pretty
we'll have the
much.
faux coffee and video game store. I mean, I just like it because I like the idea of just a store dedicated only to video games.
Well, it's not even dedicated to just video games anymore.
Right, not
Like they
anymore.
have, yeah, they have a lot of merch, which I think is really difficult for them because the stores are very tiny, which I think if you've ever been in a GameStop, a lot of the stores are teeny tiny
Hmm.
little things. Like I think the biggest one I've ever been in is this one in Boston,
Hmm.
and
That one
it's
might not even
it's
be there
just
anymore.
it probably is. It's like in the downtown area.
Hmm.
Like I'm trying to think. It's by Downtown Crossing, so it's probably there. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
I think it's one of the only GameStops that are that I know of in Boston. I'm sure there's like 10 more, but like
right.
because the only other one I knew of before that was in the Prudential Center.
Hmm.
The Prudential Center is if you've ever been to Anime Boston, you know that's I just dropped a pen. A very ritzy hotel or not
Right.
hotel,
Or a building.
mall. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
ritzy mall.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like you
cool.
walk in there and you're like, I'm too poor to be here.
Right, right. Well, yeah, I mean, I think my biggest trepidation with GameStop is just I find it hard to think of where they fit in terms of market share, because you think, okay, video game physical location. Walmart sells video games. Best Buy sells video games. Best
I
Buy
don't
obviously
think
has their own
Walmart does
problem.
that well anymore, selling wise. Because if you ever
Right.
walk into a Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
they like the amount of games they have in their cases,
Mm-hmm.
not good. They do not have a good game selection.
Right. I
Like,
mean, I never go to Walmart for video games, so I'm just like
see,
vaguely aware that
see,
they're there.
I think like at most maybe they like sell some Twitches and like limited edition stuff because
Mm-hmm.
everyone needs that stuff.
Right. Right.
But for overall, like if you walk into a Walmart, their game selection is shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I'm gonna buy a game, it'll probably be GameStop, and if not GameStop, Best Buy. Those are my
Yeah.
two spots right there.
Personally, if I can get it from the game dev directly, like I bought Overwatch straight from Blizzard.
Right.
Like fuck
Right.
fuck the other guys.
Did you have it like shipped to you? Was it like a digital copy?
Oh, no, wait, I didn't buy it directly from Blizzard. I did buy it from GameStop because I got a
Oh.
Winston figure with it. See?
Oh,
It's
see,
my little Winston.
see, that's a big thing too that GameStop has is the pre-order bonuses. Like I got that poster from Horizon Zero Dawn for pre-ordering that from there. I didn't order a special edition or anything. I didn't even know the poster was going to come with it. I was like, oh, I definitely want this when it comes out. They're doing an early release of it. I got to get it here. And they were just like, oh, hey, here's a free poster, which was more like, oh, this is nice of you. I don't need this, but it's
Yeah.
nice to have.
Well, that's why I like getting the Pokemon games from them too if you do a pre-order because they almost always give you a poster for it,
Mm.
Yeah,
Last time I ordered a Pokemon game, or I guess 2 times ago, I got a Mew card to be put into a game, and I never did it, and I think it's expired now.
Oh,
I
no.
know. Such a wasted opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like cool stuff like that. Yeah, and but another big problem I have, because I was getting at with the digital, is a lot of the games I buy, there are very few that I'm like, I need this physically, like Horizon Zero Dawn was one of those. That's about it recently. I haven't really been much on physical because, one, I'm lazy. Certainly a problem. 2, I have good internet. And 3, I don't love that with the next gen consoles you have to install games anyways. So
That's true.
you like buy a disc and then you have to wait for hours while it installs off the disc. And maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's not hours, but it feels like a long time.
It doesn't feel like, well, sometimes it feels like a long time. I think it depends on the game, but I mean, it definitely, I don't know.
I mostly just like leave it overnight. Like I know if I buy a physical game these days that it's like, this is for tomorrow. And I'm not playing it tonight. And I miss that. I miss games just being able to pop in and play. But that like keeps me from buying them because it's like, well, I'll just download it because I'm going to have to wait anyways. I have like a lot of space on my Xbox or my PlayStation. So I don't really need to. And if I'm not playing those, I'm playing PC games, usually cheap ones through Steam. So I can see why GameStop's having some trouble because of consumers like myself who aren't helping the situation.
Yeah, well, personally, companies like Steam are my bane just because when something goes on sale, like, let's be honest, GameStop, when things go on sale, like every now and then they'll have like a good sale or something.
Yep.
But when there's not a good sale, if there's a particular game you want, it's expensive, and Steam has a lot more sales a lot more often. Like at least once a week, I get some sort of notification. Oh, this game on your wish list is on sale.
Yeah, it's
Check it
crazy. It's crazy how often they do sales. It's awesome,
and
obviously, but
it is awesome. It's very, very awesome, and like you have access to a lot more games. It depends. Like on smaller games, I can just download a bunch of them. Like I re-downloaded Honey Pop again, and I have it. I always have it there. I can always play it on my computer. The only thing that really like you have to absolutely buy the physical copy almost every time are the 3DS games and Nintendo games.
yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, and personally, I tend to buy physical copies anyway, even if I don't need to, just because I prefer the physical copies.
Mhm.
And sometimes, like, especially for like Nintendo games, obviously, and even for PS3 games or anything like
Yeah,
that.
sorry.
Like, yeah,
Sony
like
games.
yeah, Sony games. Sometimes you can get some really good like deals if you get like a pre-owned. Like, I
Right.
just got Mass Effect 3 the other day for $5.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's like $20 if you do the online store right now. So
Mhm.
it's like, why would, well, actually, I couldn't find Mass Effect 3 at all. I can only find Mass Effect 1 and 2 on Steam.
Still,
But
that's
still, they're
like,
like,
yeah.
yeah, they're like $20, and it's like, why do I want to pay $20 for a game that I can get for
Mm.
$5 down at GameStop?
No,
So,
I agree. Similarly, when Xbox was doing their backwards compatibility when they were first doing it, Black Ops 1, one of my all-time favorite games. I know, huge bro. No one wants to hear it. But that was one of the offers, and I was very excited, and I realized, like, I have no idea where my original Black Ops disc was. I went to GameStop because I was like, I know they're going to have one for reasonable price. Granted, like, scarcity factors into how the price was, so it wasn't as inexpensive as you would hope. But still, I knew GameStop would have it, and they did, and I was able to bring it home and have a lot of fun playing that. So GameStop, I think people hate on it a lot, but I think, like we're saying, there are a lot of good reasons to want it to stay in business. And if it goes out of
yeah.
business, that's bad for consumers overall.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel. Like, GameStop is like, it's another competitive piece because you can buy like game codes from GameStop instead of buying them from like Nintendo. Like if I
Right.
wanted to download a game, I can get a game code from GameStop and stuff, and it offers more competition basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want it to be a competitive marketplace because if you
Mm-hmm.
just have one person, capitalizing on all the wealth, you're fucked
Yeah.
basically.
No, that's a good point. I think people never consider that when they're like, yeah, GameStop's dying. They only gave me 3 cents for my Plants vs. Zombies disc that was scratched. It's like, yes, I get that their trade-in thing isn't great, but
Better than nothing.
yeah, less competition is bad for consumers.
Yeah, and like I'm gonna be honest, GameStop is really still the only people who really do the whole game trading thing, like
Mhm.
as a giant company. Like if you want to do game trading, you kind of have to find a small mom and pop store, a GameStop, and sometimes Best Buy does it. I'm not quite sure how the Best Buy thing works.
Yeah, I've heard they do it. I've never done it with them, so I can't comment.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like I don't really understand the whole Best Buy thing. Like, it's sort of like, oh, you can like upgrade your thing, and
Mhm.
I don't go. I don't get it. I don't trust Best Buy. They're like
Mostly for me, Best Buy is consoles. Like, that's about it.
they're I don't know what it is about walking in a Best Buy. Like, I don't trust them. I know that sounds really bad, but
People in blue shirts, just never trust them. Oh man. Anyways, what's the next story?
um the next story is Battlenet is officially gone. I forget when it was announced, but a while ago Blizzard announced we are kind of getting rid of Battlenet in the source of like Battlenet has not changed at all. They just literally changed it to calling it the Blizzard app. And I guess the reason why is that like originally it was supposed to be like Steam, and they felt like it needed to be its own separate thing, but now it's like different and it's really only their game, so it's really confusing to call it Battlenet and have it be its own thing at this point. So now we're just gonna rename it so it's like a part of our thing.
Mhm.
And I am officially downloading that update right now because I haven't touched Battlenet in a while because I'm a bad
So,
Overwatch player.
so you're purging Battlenet as we speak.
Yes.
It's
Goodbye,
gonna be gone.
Battlenet. Get off my computer.
Oh
See
man,
ya.
I'm sure Battlenet meant something more like a decade ago. I'm sure.
It meant something. I think it definitely means something to people who have been with Blizzard for a long time.
Mm.
But where it's like they're at this point where it just doesn't make sense for it to be its own separate entity.
Mm.
It just makes sense. I mean, it's not like there's any other games on it. It's not like, oh, we have Sims 4 on it and stuff.
Right,
it's
right.
just Blizzard games. So the change makes sense, I think.
Mm.
But I also don't have any personal connection to it. I literally just got
Play
Battlenet when
Overwatch?
Yeah, when I got Overwatch, and admittedly, I play 3/4 of the games on there. Not
Right.
regularly, as much as I would like, but, well, 3/4? Something like that, most of the games. But, and it literally has not changed at all. They literally just started calling it Blizzard, and it doesn't say Battlenet anymore, it says Blizzard app. It looks exactly the same. Supposedly, there's going to be, like, more updates coming, and more changes, and it's going to be better and function better, but I don't know.
So, yeah, I have no experience with Battlenet. I'm sure a lot of people are quite upset that it's leaving, even though it's just a name change. People get really attached to things for some reason.
Yeah, well, sorry, excuse me, now I have hiccups. It's the nostalgia of it, like, it's gone long enough that, apparently if you play fuck these hiccups. If you play Warcraft for, like, I think 10 straight years, like, you pay for a membership for 10 straight years, and, like, you play for that long, you get a trophy.
Like a physical trophy?
Yeah, like, hold on, let me find it. Hold on. I'll send it to you in just a second. One second.
How much a month is World of Warcraft?
$14, I think? Something like that. Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, so
10-year
$600 a year? Is that like $6,000?
What? No,
14
it's
a month?
14.
Times 12?
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Fucking A, these people are hardcore.
Yeah. Here you go.
I'm gonna pull this up. Skype. Tamur, when you're editing the video, please insert.
Yeah, it's like this huge, but like these statues I think are like, they're like really big and like really nice. And they have like the years you played on it. But it's a 10-year anniversary.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice
crazier
gesture.
is Polygon gave me a full screen Dr. Pepper ad, so I can't even see it at the moment. But
Oh.
Alright, let's see this. Oh wow, that's a really cool trophy.
Yeah, and if it's as big as I think it is, that's easily a couple $100 worth. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So it's a very nice nod, I think, on Blizzard's end. And I think Blizzard's, especially in more recent years, they've definitely been much more involved and much more loving of their community. You know what I mean?
Well, they're definitely doing a lot of good things with their Overwatch stuff.
Yeah, with their Overwatch, and, like, I feel like where I've been playing their other games, they've been doing a lot of, like, other good things, too. You know what I mean? I don't know. They've just been very responsive, and you don't usually get that with a gaming company. And, I mean, if you ever order merch from them, I ordered a Widowmaker shirt from them. Just, like, regular, like, ordered it, and I was like, oh, it's going to be here in, like, a week. It got here next day through FedEx.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if FedEx is just that good, or if they're, like, I don't know. But I was like, oh, it's here. Why is it here? I just ordered this.
Right. So I want to just a correction. I was an English major. Keep that in mind. Not a math major. Not even good at math. So for a year it was $179, round up to $180 for a year membership, and that would be about $1,800 spent in 10 years. So not as much as I believe.
$1,000 over 10 years, or
Yeah. So not that
that
bad.
makes sense. Yeah.
Like, I definitely have. If you added up all my subscription-based services that I'm using right now, I'm sure they would be higher than that. And if that was someone's, like, main shit, then it makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely, World of Warcraft, it's not like you're just paying to get the trophy. You're paying for the game, to play the game.
Yeah.
So you're paying for all those services, plus whatever you're spending on extra stuff.
Right. Yeah. Oh, man. Sure, a lot. So if you're sad about Battlenet,
There are people who spend $500 on mounts alone. Like there are special limited edition mounts that people will spend $500 on.
that's just wild.
It,
Uh,
it it's wild, and I'm not meaning to throw shade, Ross, but if you've ever
oh shit,
watched Game
Ross called
Grumps,
up.
if you're ever gonna watch any Game Grumps thing, I recommend you watch their World of Warcraft thing, Ross, because he was given money to direct this show, and he bought $500 mounts for everyone who was participating, Ross, and Aaron fucking flipped out, and it's really freaking funny because he's like, I gave you that money for equipment, not to spend on mounts on a
Jesus
game
Christ.
we're probably never gonna play again.
I kinda dig it. It's like IGN bought the most expensive thing in GTA, which is like a gold-plated jet, and they blew it up for a video. I respect the game. But I would never spend money on shit like that. I've never bought a loot crate. I've never bought a supply drop, any packs of Madden cards. I just couldn't bring myself to do that.
Huh?
No, I'm sure
I've easily spent a couple $100 probably on loot crates in Overwatch. Sorry.
No, hey, it's your money. It's not mine. My thing is like,
I have so much shame.
my thing is I can't spend money on stuff when it's like a game of chance. Like if it was like spend $5, you get this character skin, I'd be much more willing to do that. But I know that it plays into like the psychology of gamers to where you make it a game in itself and then it's like gambling almost. And they make a lot more money than just letting you buy it directly. So I get it.
That's the problem. It's like, don't do it. Don't do it. If you are out, stay out. Because once you start, you're like, I didn't get the skin I want.
Yep.
Just 5 more. Just 3 more. And you can't stop. You can't. It's bad. That's why, like, for the past, I haven't played Overwatch in so long because I don't want... I'm safe now, but if I go back during an event, I'm going to be like, I need all these skins. Like, I didn't play, like, I was trying to avoid the Christmas event, and I was good, and then in the last week, I was like, I need these Christmas skins right now. It's so bad.
Yeah, I think the last new skins I got in Overwatch, just because I'm not very, like, active or good at the game, were probably, like, the October Halloween ones.
Yeah, and I mean, there's
Jenny has a
of...
lot, not me.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a lot more ways now to get free ones, like by doing the weekly brawls and those kind of things than there used to be. So you don't necessarily have to spend money, but it just obviously it gives you a much higher chance. So
Yeah,
I don't have any of the New Year skins, which I'm very proud of myself for.
yeah, that is good. It's progress. We're gonna get you away from the supply drop addiction. Jeez. It's fine when it's cosmetic. Let me say that. At least it's better when it's cosmetic items and you don't affect the gameplay.
Yeah.
Looking straight at you, Call of Duty, putting weapons in loot crates.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a
Such
big reason why
mess.
I stopped playing Black Ops 3 was they were putting weapons that you could only get in supply drops. And I was like, okay, I don't need this. I'm out. Anyways, if you're sad about Battlenet, get a drink.
Goodbye.
Drink it and watch the Leroy Jenkins video because that's vaguely related and it's hilarious.
Leroy Jenkins. It's never not funny.
It's seriously, what is it, like 10, 12 years later? It's still so funny.
It is so funny, and it always is relevant. Like, you can't. It's the best. God damn it, Leroy.
And no matter what game you play, as long as it's multiplayer, you always have your own Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, I know. The current Leroy Jenkins, is that a Pro Genji? Like, let's be honest.
Probably. And one more thing I want to touch on before we go to the next subject, as far as nostalgia goes, It reminded me, I saw this meme online of Master Chief looking sad, and it was like when you look at your Xbox friends list and your old Halo 3 buddies haven't been on in 3 years. It's like, damn, too real. So to those people,
play Halo?
No, God no. You gotta play. But the people who I only knew through Halo 3, they've all obviously moved on with their lives or changed gamer tags. And you still have them on your friends list, but they haven't even signed in to their gamer tag in like 3 years. Sad.
Oh, that's true. I probably have. It's kind of sad when I think about old accounts that I just don't touch, and I never like friends or like over the year. I must have switched my Tumblr like 3 times in my life, and just a lot. You lose people, you lose connections and stuff. So it's like, oh yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, especially like any online MySpace friend I had in middle school. Don't know what they're doing. They could be dead.
Yep.
In the last topic of today's show, coming over from GameStop, we talked about it last week. It's back. Outlast 2 will be released in Australia. It's been confirmed that on March 21st, 2017, Outlast was giving the R18 plus rating with warnings of, quote, high-impact horror themes, violence, blood, gore, and sex.
And no one knows why they suddenly decided to allow it in, because they haven't, as far as we know, the game hasn't done anything to change, and they've given no explanation as to why suddenly they're going to allow it.
Huh.
So,
that's so weird.
Yeah, so either the Outlast devs, know someone and greased a few palms, or
Right. Or they threatened to kidnap their cat or something.
Probably. That would be my guess.
It'd be a shame if something happened to your tabby. Just saying.
Yeah. You've seen our game.
You know what we're capable of.
You know how sick and twisted we are. Don't test me.
Yeah. And the guy was like, "Oh, shrimp on the Barbie, mate." And, it was all good.
What?
I don't know. It's Australia, man. I don't know.
Oh.
Imagine that. It's Tasha. He's like, is it racist? No, Australian people are white, so no, it's not.
I don't know.
Oh, man. But yeah, this is a very strange story. Just because it's like
it's so random. It just feels very secretive. I feel like there's some sort of weird something going on.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe they just threatened to okay, leader of the board, either you let us do this or we're gonna model the character's face after you. And it's like, oh god, I do not want that. It's fine.
I don't know what they did. I honestly don't. If anyone, oh my god, I don't know. I have so many conspiracy theories. There should be an entire forum on Reddit now about conspiracy theories about why Outlast 2 was allowed in. This needs to be a thing. We need to expect this. We need to get in there. Why?
Right. Maybe the Outlast monster guy's real. Is that a conspiracy, or is that just a weird fever dream?
The end of Outlast feels like such a weird fever dream because it's so vastly different from the beginning. Let's be honest, it's just so different. I don't. It's there's science explanation for this, and then it's nope, it's all supernatural. I'm a ghost.
Yeah, and then you're Norman Reedus, and wow, crazy.
Okay.
For those of you who haven't played the end of Outlast, that's what happens. Absolutely.
100%.
Norman Reedus is there. He's just in his gravelly voice, Rick, I can't do anything other than this. Anyway, I don't know if you watch Walking Dead, but that's his whole voice all the time now. It's kind of annoying. He
Oh,
never just talks. He's always like, "Don't like this, real low."
maybe he's just done with it.
Oh,
Left for Dead shit. Or
no,
not Left for Dead, Walking Dead shit.
Walking Dead. I don't know. He's kind of the star of the show.
Maybe, but at a certain point, like, I mean, they killed a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, that's an understatement. Oh man, but yes, Outlast 2 coming at some point. You're gonna be able to play it in Australia. We're always gonna get to play it in America because we have a little thing called freedom here. I know Australia isn't real familiar with it.
America just doesn't care anymore.
No, you think? I'd say the last 8 months of our country have proved that very soundly.
Oh gosh. All right, moving on. Moving on. Uh, that's our last big story for today.
Yeah. I will say the last 8 months, or the highlight of it was probably Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show. I think there's a
when she
peak.
jumps.
Yeah.
Just like ah!
A peak where everyone in the country was like, "Whoa, that was cool." And so I'll just gone back downhill.
I just don't even know how to feel about Lady Gaga's Super Bowl because it felt cool, but at the same time, it just felt like a huge meme. Like the way she just jumped off that building, she's just like, bye.
Oh
The
man.
drones were sick though.
Yes, those are amazing. All right, is there anything else video game related that you want to add at the end of the show?
Yes.
Oh,
so
alright.
apparently the author of The Witcher came forward and he was like, I'm a dum-dum. And when they came to me and was like, hey, I want to make The Witcher games, they offered to pay me an amount based off the sales of the game.
Mm-hmm. Which would have been pretty smart.
Yeah. Which what?
Would have been a pretty smart move for him.
Yeah, but at the time they had no idea. Like, even the game company was completely blindsided by how much they made.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to be very honest, and up forward. They had no intention to, rip them off or anything. Like, that was their initial thing. But the author was like, no, give me my money now. Pay me this much and you don't ever have to pay me anything again, because he didn't think the game would do well. And
well,
then it blew up, and it did well. And he came forward and he's like, I'm a dum-dum. I could have made all this money, and I didn't. And I honestly thought the game would fail. And so did the game company, to be honest, because they had no idea what was going to happen. And
yeah, that was their first real game. Before that, they had just localized games for Poland.
Right.
And then they were like, hey, we have this idea. We're just going to try, and hopefully people like it. And the world was like, yeah, we fucking love it, actually. It's amazing.
Well, because I think obviously it did well because they executed it right. Like, they actually cared about the source material.
Right.
And, obviously they changed a lot of things, but, they saw the good things in it and were like, this can be cool. We can make this can be fun. I like this. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I've heard it referred to as, the Polish Lord of the Rings. That's how, much people love those stories over there. So it's cool that it got a, great adaptation, because I know lots of very popular media, when you're like, oh, they're finally getting a cool movie or something, and then it comes out and you're like, oh, that sucked. It's like, I promise the book's better, guys. I swear.
Yeah. And supposedly the books are really, really good too, but I just the game dev, I don't know. I feel like if someone came forward, I'm glad that they were very honest and was like, hey, we want to do this way, from the get-go. But I'm just like, well, I don't know. I mean,
Hook 'em up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I get why he made the choices he did, because there was, again, they had no reason to believe that it was going to be a successful game. So he wanted the security and, to actually know that he was going to make something off it. Because he could sell them the rights to use his books or whatever, and it could flub, and,
That'd be it, just one game, yeah.
That'd be it, just one game. He wouldn't make anything, really. It'd just be like, well, I could have made a lot more, in hindsight.
I get you. Well, what I think he definitely really messed up on was not like having all of his novels translated by the time Witcher 3 came out to kind of like capitalize on the hype. Because like
Right.
right now, like even today, I have a friend who really is into The Witcher. Alex, what up? How are you? And he reads the books on forums translated by fans. You know, like I feel like they're missing a huge market by not translating those to English or
You know
other
what that
various languages.
Well, I feel like there are a lot of markets that have that issue. Like, what is it called? Danganronpa.
Hmm?
Before that was ever released in the US,
Mm-hmm.
it was all translated on forums, so you couldn't actually play the game. You just got, or even like watch a Let's Play, you just read through the forum. And they took like some of the video clips to sort of like show you so you could hear the music. And they had like music clips that they had taken and they put in the forum so you could listen to it, while it was going on. It was awesome. Like me and Brianna, that was our shit. Now they have a fourth one coming out and all of them are in the US, and it like blew up after that. Like it went super crazy, and they had no plans to release it in the US initially, but there was just so much demand. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool. Like that people find something and they want to share it so badly that they translate it. But yeah, it does suck for the people who create that things, because it's like, well, now you've missed out on that market and you can't really get that market back because they've already had it for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you. I was for a second when you're like, oh, he came out and was like, oh, I didn't get any money. I thought you were gonna be like, he came out and he's like, did you know they made a game based on my book? Because I didn't know that.
Can you imagine that though?
I feel like I should have gotten some money for this. I don't know. Can you do that? Oh man! And so my last topic is vaguely related to video games, just because we did that Let's Play of Power Rangers on your channel. Then I did a review of the game, not super glowing review of the game on Last of the Good Ones. Tamur did an amazing job editing it though. But as you may or may not know, Power Rangers is created by taking clips of a show called Super Sentai from Japan, which is a show that has like no storyline, even vaguely related to the Power Rangers storyline, and they just take it.
I think it does have some storyline, because I remember
Some of them,
someone.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Mighty Morphin, I guess, is a completely different show.
Yeah,
Such
yeah,
like the
definitely,
Yellow
definitely,
Ranger
like,
is a man.
well, yeah, not
Mighty
just
Morphin.
that. Like the characters are like full on adults, and like I think the storylines, from what I've heard, the storylines are a lot more complicated. Like there was this whole thing where like the Red Ranger's father was involved, and I don't know. They actually like treat them as characters. But anyway, go ahead.
They actually had development and stuff. So what I found out was weird, because I always assumed that was the first season of Super Sentai, and then America was like, oh, we'll have some of that also. But it's not. It's like the 9th season of the show. The first season of the show came out in 1975.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was already like well into the series, and like every season's like a completely new group. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy and insane.
So the first series was called, I'm really sorry if there's a fan out here, but I'm going to butcher it, Himu Itsu Sentai Goranger. It came out in April 1975. And yeah, I just wanted to let people know that, because my mind was blown yesterday when I found that out. So yeah, that's it. You think you know someone, and then turns out they're 9 years older than you thought.
I think my favorite thing so far has been people who have never watched the Power Rangers before, watching it for the first time and just falling in love with the cheesiness of it.
Oh, like when they were doing it on Twitch?
Well, yeah,
just
not
in
just
general?
on Twitch, but like in general, like a lot of channels have been like, "Hey, I never watched this. I'm gonna watch it now." Like, there's this the angry video game nerd or whatever his name is.
Yeah. I watched this.
yeah, Yeah, if you watch his video about it, he never watched it as a kid, but he picked it up recently and he loves it. He's
Mm.
like, this is freaking amazing. It's so bad, but it's so good. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
It
thank
really
you.
is so campy. Like, I was watching Twitch with Jenny, and, you know, like, fucking by, like, Power Rangers Time Force. I'm like, oh yeah, then this is happening in this, and there's, like, a robotic owl and shit. And she's like, this show's ridiculous. And I was like, oh, I know. It's ridiculous, but it's amazing.
It's because it's ridiculous, it's so amazing.
Right.
And like, it's like just to market toys and stuff and yada yada yada, but I just it there's just something so magical about Power Rangers that you just want to be them, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like,
You want to be bestowed this power. And I like the Twitch chat. They eventually, like, as they always do with these long streams, develop their own memes and stuff. So, like, people would be posting, like, this used to be an Angel Grove stream when they're in, like, the later seasons, or, like,
God.
when a new Zord or, like, weapon would come on screen, everyone would be like, new toy, Mom. Mom, buy me this toy. Like, stuff like that. It just made it all the more enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Or, like, not my Pink Ranger. Would it be, like, a different, like, new Pink Ranger or something? Like, when Kat takes over for Kimberly. Like, it just, like, there's just so many fun things.
Definitely, definitely. And I don't know, one of my goals in life is to get a Power Ranger suit and a helmet, and
I
yeah.
love it. You gotta do
just
it.
want
You
it.
have to.
Yeah, I will go to. I don't care if I have to like use the suit to go. Well, actually, I probably would go to kids' hospital, so that would be cool
Yeah.
to be a
I
Power
don't know.
Ranger and to meet kids.
Mhm.
Someone hire me to do that. I'll go to like birthday parties and shit. It'll be the best.
Yeah, gotta do it. It's a new side. If the whole YouTube thing doesn't work out. Oh, man. Well, thank you for watching, everybody.
Yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you like this video and want to see more Fake Gamer episodes, make sure you go check out Brian's channel and support him and more, so that way we can keep making episodes on this channel.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can I ask them to leave a comment?
yeah.
Tell
leave a
us your
comment.
favorite season of Power Rangers in the comments.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a fun thing that no one will ever disagree with you about.
Oh, don't say that.
It's completely safe. It's fun.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mine's Power Rangers Zeo, so come at me.
I just like the original season of Power Rangers, the first one, but
Yours
I'm
is-
biased.
Oh, Mighty Morphin, yeah.
Yeah, the first original season of Mighty Morphin.
Right,
But
right.
anyway, I guess that's all for now. Thanks for joining us. See ya.
Later.
Could I explain what has happened here? I get a feeling like no other when you are near. The diagnostic console's winking at me. I gotta reboot and then maybe you'll see. We're living in a digital wasteland. We're living in a digital wasteland. We're living in a digital wasteland. We're living in a digital wasteland.